Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel AI with Manvinder, where I put videos on my experiments with AI. We all use Python as our primary language for coding, right? But Python has a slight problem. So if I define a function named as greet, input is name, and asking you to return as hello plus name, right? Everything is right. And if I give name is Manvinder, then it is hello Manvinder. What if I do this? Then it will give me the type error. The only issue with Python is it only tells when it is broken, when our code is already on fire in productions. We can avoid it using type checkers. They can catch bugs before we run our code, but the problem with the type checkers is that they are really slow. Until Meta dropped this, Pyerfly. Written in Rust, checks 1.85 million lines of Python per second, and it just hit version 1. So in the subsequent video, I'll show you what it is, why it matters, and how it can be used in your own code base. Before we start, let's have a quick history. In 2017, Meta was drowning. Instagram's Python code base had ballooned past 10 million lines. Today it's over 20 million. And finding bugs were becoming impossible. So they built a type checker called as Pyre, written in OCaml. Pyre worked for years, but as Python's type system got more powerful, Pyre couldn't keep up, especially for IDE features like autocomplete that needs to respond in milliseconds, not in seconds. So in 2025, Meta started over. They rewrote everything in Rust. They called it Pyerfly. And in 2026, recently, 2 days back, they literally hit the stable version 1.0 and they released it. It's now the default type checker for Instagram. PyTorch uses it, Jax uses it, NumPy and Pandas are on board, and this isn't a side project. It's production infrastructure for some of the biggest Python code base on earth. Before we talk about the installation and setup of Pyerfly, let's have a quick tour of its GitHub repo. It has changes few hours ago, quite active, having how many? 6,000 stars. Active discourse, licensed at MIT, nice. And the features are, it is really very fast. It is 15 times faster than previous type checkers like MyPy and Pyrite. It is production proven scale because it currently used by Meta in Instagram, that is handling about 20 million lines of Python code. And it is full featured language server because it allows you to have code navigation, autocomplete, hover information, etc. It understands the real world Python. It is adoption ready. To install Pyerfly in your code base, you can use either extension, like I can write Pyerfly. You can use this one or just write pip install Pyerfly. Now the fun part. Let's run Pyerfly on a real repo. The repo I have chosen for this is the trading agents repo that I used in my previous video. And it is a multi-agent system for various data scripts, data performances like agents for sentiment analysis, market news analysis, and fundamental analysis, and so on. So I'll start with this. Since I have installed Pyerfly on it, I'll just confirm. It is already there. I'll write Pyerfly init. So it will create the configuration file. So it has written the configuration file, my pyprojects.toml file. And if I check it, it is updated here. The tool.pyerfly includes py and ipynb. I'm excluding ipynb as of now because I don't need the analysis of them. And here it has highlighted my 133 errors. But now I do want to have more details about them. I can write Pyerfly check. So these are detailed explanation of each and every error that is able to identify as a type checker error. So here the error identified is bad function definition because the none type is not assignable to parameter current date and which has an input as string. If I go to another example of bad function definition, here is the example of missing attribute. This is data column round 2. It is unsupported operation as how it can handle the none operations. So it has identified that. Now the question is, I have so many errors in my overall code base. How can I make a record of it? For that you can write Pyerfly check suppress extra s errors. So now what it has done is it has suppressed all, it has highlighted in these. So you can see it has highlighted here. So here Pyerfly inserts comments to silence every existing error. From this point forward, only new error break your code. You can clean up the old one at your own pace. This is how Meta migrated Instagram. And this is how you can migrate your own code base. Now the question is whether you should actually use this. The answer is yes. If you have a real code base, you want fast ID feedback, and you are working with PyTorch or ML code, the speed alone is worth it. But if your project is tiny, you can still wait. You can use the earlier versions of type checkers like Pyrite, MyPy. They can do still a better job. If it has helped you, you can consider subscribing my channel AI with Manvinder, and I'll be keep uploading new videos on my experiments with AI. Thank you.